Aldia is dead, so now all that is left is Broom Tower. So we're going to pop all these souls for one last level up. We're just going to put everything we have into Endurance because there's nothing else we need right now. We could go and get some more Bright Bugs from Alencia. We haven't bought the last 3 yet, but we don't need them and they're expensive, so there's no point. Also, there are another 2 Bright Bugs we can pick up in Broom Tower if we want them. So, I'm just going to need all Endurance. We would like to reach 68 because that will give us an extra shot with the Black Bow, but we don't really need it. We can afford 70, excellent. That's more than enough. More green bar is always better. So now we're off to Broom Tower. Now at the start here, we're going to get a quick RTSR setup. With Flying Feline Boots on, we'll survive this fall to the central cog, and then I'll put us in RTSR. There we go. And now we just run through. Enemies will pop up out of the ash here, but they're pretty slow. Just keep moving, and they won't bother you. So sprint through, drop carefully down these ladders, and then we can snipe this enemy. There we go. Okay, now we're going to be sneaky. Walk over here, drop down to where that enemy was. Be careful because if you run up there, then that enemy can turn around and you might see you when you come down here. So watch for that. Yeah, we're just going to hug the wall, walk slowly. Alluring Skull's at the ready, though we shouldn't need them. We can just sneak past. Now this is where the fire short bow becomes very useful. There are lots of explosive barrels throughout the Broom Tower. This will allow us to blow them up, get them out of our way. Alright. Now with this part, we're going to stop here and shoot these barrels from back here. There's an archer around the corner. We don't want him to see us yet. Instead, we're going to blow up those barrels, which will knock him back, push him into the fire, where he will die. He's not going to move, because he hasn't seen us yet, so he hasn't aggroed. There he goes. So I can move forward safely. We're going to keep Flying Feline Boots on all throughout Broom Tower, because there are lots of small falls like this. And the boots will keep us alive, so we don't have to worry about the fall damage. We're going to toss the skull here, keep the enemies busy, then drop down and run through. Fire short bow again for another exploding barrel guy. And also for these barrels over here. So we can come over here, take out this enemy. This next room is very dangerous if you're trying to go fast, so we're going to take it very slow, very safe. Backstab this guy. You could also shoot him with arrows if you prefer, doesn't really matter. And then from up here, we can get an angle on this enemy. There we go. This next room is full of exploding barrels, so we're just going to open the door and then back off and take them all out. And now we can snipe the rest of these enemies. This might take a while, it can be difficult to get an angle on them. But with the stone ring to get some staggers, it's a little easier. Here we go. And now all that's left is the big guy. We'll poison him. Should take 4 shots. There we go. And now we can get through. It's very slow, but very safe. And we're not taking any chances at this point. For this next room, we want Flynn's Ring. Quickly kill this possessed armor before he can do anything. Come around behind him. Take him out fast. We want Stone Ring back. So we can snipe this Sorcerer. Or use Iron Arrows because they're extremely resistant to magic. All forms of magic. There we go. When he's dead, we'll come up to this little outcropping here. Should give us an angle on this guy when he pops out of the ash. So we can quickly take him out. Then back off because there are two more enemies. One up ahead and one that pops up behind you. So we'll take him out and then back off. Get away from this guy. We'll let him turn around and then take him out with arrows. Alluring Skulls also work on these enemies, so that's an option. This next mage will just stay back here. All his shots come in at a very low angle, so they can't get over the arch in the ground. So we can just stay back and snipe him safely. There we go. Now we don't want to climb down this ladder, that will put us in a very dangerous position. So instead we're going to jump to this platform. And from here, we can toss down a skull to lure out an enemy and kill him from up here. When you throw the skull, some more enemies will pop out of the ash. One of them is an archer, so after you kill that guy, back off, because he might be shooting at you. There he is. So we'll take him out. You can take out the others as well, but you don't really need to. Once the archer is dead, you just toss a skull to keep them all busy and dash through. Light this bonfire because we will need to come back here later. I'm going to send the torch over, blow up the barrels. Oh, I missed the second barrel, that's highly unusual. So we'll pop out and shoot him. That should take out the mage. Good. Make sure the mage dies there before you go charging out. Fun fact about these barrel enemies, by the way, the barrel is not a hitbox, you have to hit their body. It's very strange. Anyway, open this room and clear it out. Don't want to be worrying about any of these explosive barrels when we come through there later. This next enemy, wrap around behind him. You don't want your attacks to bounce off the wall. So you can quickly get a quick backstab like that. You don't need the backstab, you can easily stunlock him. But if you come from this angle, your attacks might hit the wall and bounce, and that can be bad. Now there are two mages down here, so we're going to send the fire to kill, hopefully damage one of them. And then start sniping. There's one. Last one hides behind the fire, so we can't count on that. There we go. Another fun fact, you can shoot these statues from any direction, and they'll still come. They'll trigger the switch. We don't actually want it on this side though, so let's send it back. This fire does count as a hit, and even if it didn't, it would probably kill you if you touched it anyway, so be careful. Alright, now for this next enemy, we want to lure him out and then quickly get back through the fire. So listen for the fire, wait for it to end, and then go. And it should time out pretty well for you to get through. Now we want poison arrows. There are other ways to get past this guy. You can sneak past him without him even seeing you, but it's very tricky because of the lava that spews from his shoulder. So we're not going to take that chance. You can lure him out here and then run back around, but with that fire spitting statue, that's also a bit risky. So instead we're just going to play this very safe. That was a little too close for comfort. Because he won't chase us all the way back here. So we can fall back, let him de-aggro, and then go poison him. It's pretty slow, but we're not taking any chances this late in the run. Alright, and now we can reach the tower with the Scorching Iron Scepter, which is a key item that we need in order to reach the lower areas of Broom Tower. We're going to have to go through some Scorchers to get there, and there are a lot of ways to kill these guys. You can just use magic arrows, and they die pretty fast. You can also use the rapier, bait out a jumping attack. You can just light them on fire and throw an Alluring Skull, and they'll blow themselves up. So whatever works. I'm going to bait a jumping attack and use the rapier. And let's finish this one with arrows. Don't like it when there are two of them, because the other one could surprise you with a jump. There we go. These next three we don't actually have to kill, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to distract him with the skull. Make sure the third one gets out of the way, because he is blocking the door at first. So toss some skulls. Drop down. We're going to get invaded here, but that's fine. It's a pretty easy invasion. We're going to poison her at the start and hide behind this ladder. So the ladder is a solid obstacle as far as she is concerned. She loses track of us and will eventually de-aggro. So we'll wait for her to turn around, and then we can pop out and shoot some more arrows. And same thing, just keep the ladder between you. She'll eventually lose track, fall back. We'll wait for her to turn around again, and then we'll poison her again. So she's taking an awful long time to turn around. Just keep strafing around the ladder. There we go. Alright, once the invader's dead, drink 1 Estus and equip the Silver Cat Ring. With Cat Ring and the Feline Boots and that 1 Estus, this will survive this, and it'll put us back in RTSR. Very convenient. Now for this next room, it's full of Scorchers. So we're going to kill them the easy way, which is throw a skull and light them on fire. Just keep a skull up, they will blow themselves up, and we won't have to worry about anything. Make sure to keep the skull active though, because the fire will hurt you just by getting near it. So we really don't want to take any chances with them. But now we have the Scepter, and we're done here.